Welcome to Brothers Talking Sports. I'm your host, Oscar. Here are my co-hosts, Shay, Max. Guys, how we doing today?
Good.
Good. Max doesn't say anything for the first 10 seconds. And your 10 seconds are
No,
over,
imagine
buddy.
if I spoke like sign language. Right, that's what happens when you're deaf.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make sure you guys hit the like and subscribe button, by the way. I forgot.
Bummer.
And follow as well.
No one's gonna do that.
Well, I have to say it. I never say it, but I should. So, let's get right down into business today. We have the two trades. Let's go with the earlier one, which was the Marcus Smart deal to Memphis as Porzingis gets traded to the Celtics, and the Wizards get some scrubs and picks.
I mean, Washington can just never get it done. I mean, I feel like they got nothing for the Jordan Poole trade. What they literally just got Jordan Poole.
We're not talking about that trade. We're talking about the Marcus Smart.
Even with this one too, they got just picks.
That's all they want. The Wizards are rebuilding now. I mean, as you could tell, they
What
got
else?
rid of Bradley
Max,
Beal.
what else are you going to get? What do you fucking want? LeBron? No, you're getting picks. Screw players.
The Wizards are in full rebuild mode, as we could see by the 3 moves they've made now in the past 2 weeks or whatever it is.
Exactly.
So it's just get as many draft picks as you can and be as bad as you can. And just hope that you could draft some good players and maybe get someone to come down later down the line.
The Celtics also got some picks, too.
Okay.
But, they gave up Smart, who I thought was, I think, the best player in the deal.
I don't know. I don't think Porzingis is too bad.
No, I don't think Porzingis is bad either, but I think Marcus Smart's defensive presence is just...
he hasn't been productive since
I
he
think
left New
Porzingis
York.
kind of helps the Celtics. What they need is a bit of size because Al
Yeah.
Horford was their biggest guy at 6'9", 6'8".
Yeah.
So Porzingis at least gives them a little more height.
Mhm.
Yeah, Grant and Robert Williams are small as shit.
Yeah,
They
Grant-
also can't shoot.
Grant Williams is 6'6". Robert Williams is 6. He might also be 6'8". He may be 6'8" though, but that's the highest.
Strong as fuck dudes, but I mean, you
Yeah.
need. There's some points where you need height because of
Yeah.
the guy who just got drafted number
Yeah, I
one.
mean, Tatum would have 10 rebounds a game. I mean,
Yeah, no. I mean,
he's playing the 4
Tatum's
most
playing
of
the
the
4
time.
at 6'7", 6'8".
Yeah.
They don't have anyone over 6'9".
They did have Luke Cornett, but he just fell out of the rotation.
Yeah, that's the thing. They have Luke Cornett.
I'm sorry, but I don't believe this
I only
Porzingis
remember
hype.
Luke Cornett is he was a 65 bronze in 2K that I had on my and 13th man on my bench because I needed a guy with contracts or because I needed to cheese the lineup system or something like that. That's what I remember Luke Cornett as.
And his blocking method, where he
Yeah,
jumps in the
Actually,
air.
that is sick. I loved doing that to kids and they get so pissed off. You just jump 10 feet away and just jump and swing your arms and cover the basket. Now I'm not
That's great.
that tall, so it doesn't do it too much, but kids just find it annoying.
Yeah, exactly. And then the second trade that the Wizards made was Jordan Poole to the Wizards as Chris Paul goes to the Warriors.
I think it was a good trade for both sides. The Wizards got what they wanted. They got the younger player, and they got. Did they get any picks out of it? Or did they?
The Wizards, I think, got a first.
Wizards got.
Yeah, I want to say the Wizards got a first
Anyway,
and
the
probably a
Wizards
pick swap.
dumped the old man that they did not need and got a younger player.
Yeah, exactly.
And the Warriors are in win now mode, so they got the player that'll probably help them more right now. And now I think it kind of helps the decision because I don't know if they were going to want Poole and Draymond, so they got rid of Poole and they're going to keep Draymond. I think I saw signed to a 3-year deal or something like that.
Yeah, multi-year
And they're
deal,
gonna try
definitely.
Do you think that's what he told the front office? If you keep pulling the seam, I'm not playing.
Maybe, yeah.
No, I don't think so.
I think it might have been.
I don't.
Because think about it, Poole was there, he declined, and then
He gets
Poole gets
traded.
traded instantly.
And now
after that.
Draymond is in talks.
Yeah, I think it's a possibility that's how it was. Draymond.
It's probably a possibility. I don't think that Draymond is the type of guy to go out of his way and be like, "Nah, get this guy off the team."
He is the exact
I don't
person
know
that
if
would
he's,
do
I
that.
don't know
think
if
he's
he's get
that
him off
guy.
the team, but he's like, hey, listen, I don't really like this kid.
You're not seeing what
If you get rid of him, it might sway
how,
my decision.
You know
to
how
stay
bold he is,
play
bro.
for you guys.
He thinks he in his mind he thinks he's a superstar basketball player. I get it; it's all confidence, but your numbers don't. They don't say superstar anywhere. You don't even average more than 10 points per fucking game.
Yeah, but yet if he's not playing, they're not winning.
That's fine. I mean, with Curry and Clay and now Chris Paul.
No, listen. If it was get rid of Jordan Poole or get rid of Draymond Green,
It's
it was
Jordan Poole.
You have to get rid of Jordan Poole.
Yeah,
You
but
have to keep
I know.
Draymond
I'm just the number. You can't really talk about the numbers, but he does think he's. He thinks he's more important than he is, but he's not.
Max, he's the most outside of Steph Curry. He's the most important player on the team.
He does.
Clay.
He's the
No.
most. He's the best player that doesn't fill the stat sheet.
Yeah,
Draymond
exactly.
Green, what he does.
Huh?
What he does as a leader defensively. What he does defensively. Just his all around.
But now you have Chris Paul, who's
Is going to be
I think who does a better job at that.
on the offensive side of the ball.
Sure.
Chris
Not-
Paul's a good defender.
But he's not a defensive leader like Draymond is. I think Chris Paul's a good offensive leader, and I think Draymond could
You're
be a
acting
good.
like the whole starting lineup cannot. Steph Curry can play defense.
Not that very amazingly.
He was the
He's
steal
not the
champ
best
too.
defender.
Hey, TikTok, I just made. He was the steal champ in 2015.
Yeah, that was 7 years ago.
So,
Klay
Well,
Listen,
he,
now Klay
he
Thompson.
literally just won the finals.
Yeah,
you're right.
because he's the most gifted, probably shooting player of all time. One of the most gifted offensive players of all time. Klay can play defense. Klay's a 3-and-D. Like that's what he does. He shoots the ball and he can play defense.
Not recently.
Yeah,
because
Clay this year was not very good.
Clay's been obviously on a downhill, but he's also off 2 ACL tears or whatever.
And
so.
Wiggins is coming back, but I mean,
Wiggins, yeah, that's a good thing for them because Wiggins can play defense too. Wiggins, when he's healthy.
Yeah, Wiggins is actually
6'8" small forward who's
Yeah.
who's
Wiggins when he's back because like Wiggins had a point where he was good. He was an all-star. He was all-star starter. We got to think at one point. Then he got hurt, and then he wasn't playing, and then like slowly wasn't playing well. Came back, but no, Wiggins when he's healthy, when I think is very good. And then Draymond's obviously gonna play the 4 for them, and he locks anybody up. Draymond, he's a great defender. He's a
Absolutely.
great hustle player. Great defensive leader. And then Looney, that man grabs 25 rebounds somehow.
Oh yeah,
He also doesn't score any points, but he grabs 25 rebounds.
exactly.
And then now you got Chris Paul too as another this team they got 6 solid guys with those 6 right there. This team really can make a run for the championship.
And Gary Payton too is another.
Oh yeah, Gary Payton. No, he's not on the.
Yeah, he's still in the
yeah,
Warriors.
Gary Payton.
Yep.
Gary
Payton
Payton.
second.
Didn't
Gary
he go to
Payton's,
Portland?
No.
He was on Portland and went back to Golden State.
He's solid.
Jonathan Kuminga.
Yeah, overall, I am a fan of that.
I don't know. I feel like Kuminga and Wiseman were big disappointments for them. Obviously, Wiseman's a bit older, and he's been a very big disappointment.
Yeah.
Kuminga's a little younger.
Wiseman's tearing
still
it
has
up in
potential.
Detroit. I mean, to be honest, it's not.
It's
far.
Detroit.
I think we can all ball out Detroit.
Wiseman is.
Wiseman
That guy
got
was
traded
the-
for
that guy was the, what,
5
the-
second picks.
That guy was the second overall pick in the draft.
Yeah.
And this is he's.
They could remember they could have had LaMelo Ball.
They could have had LaMelo Ball.
If they had LaMelo Ball, man.
I don't. Yeah, but
Who went? Oh yeah, went.
it's a cause and effect type thing.
Anthony Edwards went 1.
Yeah.
Edwards, Wiseman, LaMelo. Yeah, that's
tough. That's tough for the Warriors. Because they could use LaMelo, that bench guy.
They could use LaMelo. They could have used Anthony Edwards. 'Cause that
Yeah.
guy's a good basketball player.
Anthony Edwards is a very good basketball player. But I guess let's get into the NFC North then. Oh no, this one more trade. I forgot. John Collins. Now
that was
now
just
in
recent.
Utah.
That was very recent.
I think that was today or yesterday.
Again, I don't know
see
why they're
that.
fucking loading up on big men.
John Collins got traded for
Utah, what the fuck are you doing?
Rudy Gay and a second round pick.
Rudy Gay is still in the league.
Yeah.
He still plays basketball.
I get it. It's a free, powerful. What the fuck are you, Walker Kessler, Lauri Markkanen? Now John, how the fuck does that work?
What are the Hawks doing? Is what I'm really questioning.
But you traded for Rudy Gay and a second round pick.
That doesn't do anything for you.
It makes you worse.
That does. Yeah, that's like
I
John
don't know,
Collins. At least was like a decent like lob threat big man. Played the 4 for you all right. I know they were gonna have to pay him a bunch of money if they wanted to stay, but like
Probably the point. They want to pay
yeah.
him. They don't want to pay him for his mid talent.
It's just the Hawks are never gonna be good. Like they're just gonna have Trae Young. DeAndre Hunter's not. He's kind of disappointing.
He's been improving over the years.
Capella.
I feel like in the NBA, if you're not a top team or you're not rebuilding, you're fucked.
Yeah, you're just mid.
You're
just
mid.
Because you have no
You're
plan.
not doing anything. Like the Hawks
Yeah.
are like screwed.
Exactly.
They're trying to contend with no pieces.
I don't know.
You're like, okay, you do have a point guard who's going to give you a 3 for 10 on threes on a daily basis.
You have a point guard who got you to the conference finals, like playing the best he could possibly play, and like that's the furthest you're ever gonna get.
Yeah,
And
that's
that's
the furthest you're gonna get with him.
Unless you get him another star, like that's the furthest. Which I mean, maybe now like give them a full. Did they have DeJounte Murray for a full year? I don't know if they had him for a full year.
Yeah, they had him full year last year.
Yeah, they
They
did.
did.
And to be honest, there was points where he would tear it up more than Trae Young did.
No, Trae Young had bad points this year. Yeah, he was middle of the year. He was kind of rough.
Remember the Luka and Trae Young trade, and everyone was saying how fair that deal was in the beginning because they both in the start of the career they started off like this.
Do you remember?
And now look at Luka.
Do you remember Trae Young coming out of college? Like, do you remember the year he had in college? He was scoring 40 a game at Oklahoma.
Yeah.
He was the Curry of college. Like, he was just pulling up from 30
He was a
feet.
dog.
I want to talk a little bit before we get into football. I think the draft.
Oh yeah.
Just the thing, like, obviously Wembanyama goes first. I didn't realize his odds to go number one were like minus 20,000.
Yeah, it
Did you
was.
see the guy? There's a guy who bet like $60K
Mhm.
to win $300.
It's a free $300, man.
That's like really funny though.
Yeah.
But Brandon Miller goes number 2 to the Hornets, which makes sense. They have LaMelo Ball. They don't want to get another point guard. And Portland gets Scoot Henderson,
Steal for Portland.
a very, very good talent who would have went number 1 overall in a lot of other drafts. What happens with Damian Lillard now? And what do you do if you're Portland? Because think about it. You could easily right now trade Lillard for a bunch of picks or some young players, and you're in a rebuild, and you're in a good spot because you got Scoot, you got Shaden Sharp, you got
Anthony
Anthony
Simons.
Simons.
Yep.
Yeah, like you have some young guys already. I mean, you still
Not only that, you're getting
you
the
got
pieces.
what you
that
can trade Nurkic too, maybe to get just
when
some
you
draft
trade
picks.
Lillard, you're getting pieces back.
Yeah, you're getting draft
Um,
picks.
They also got Cam Reddish.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. They got
No. Cam Reddish is he's gone, bro.
No, what do you mean?
Oh, I mean, but why are we talking about him? He doesn't even play. He's not even in the rotation.
Cam Reddish was in the rotation. He was a starter for them once they.
Yeah.
He was a starter.
He fell out of the fucking in Portland. If you start out of the starting lineup, I'm sorry, you're trash.
He fell out for the Knicks, but
Yes, that too.
he
The Knicks were a 5 seed and a playoff team, dog.
Jimmy Butler.
Derrick Rose fell out of the rotation. Evan Fournier, who was just in the rotation a year ago, he fell
That's
out.
because the coach is fucking retarded. I'm sorry. I don't believe in Tibbs.
All right, let's get back onto the note of Scoot. Should
Yeah.
they trade him? I mean, should they trade Dame? Should they not?
here's my thinking.
Nope.
Gotta trade him.
They're not going to win.
He's
with
only
him.
going to us.
You're not
Think
going.
about it.
You're not going to win with him.
No, you're not.
You're not going to win. So your best bet right now is to just get as many assets as you can when he's at his best point. Get as many picks as you can. Maybe you, like I said, look and talk with the Miami Heat. Maybe you get yourself Tyler Hero and
You
a
have,
couple.
I
and
think
a
he
cou-
would have to give Piro.
and a couple picks. That's roster's not bad. You got some good guards on that team. Now, obviously, they could use a big man. So, like, I mean, I don't think they could do it for Bam Adebayo.
That's what they do want.
Yeah,
That's what they
because
want.
that would be perfect. You have
listen-
you have Scoot Henderson, Sharp, Simons as like your guards, and then you have Bam as like your big man. Like you got a well-rounded team right there.
Well, the Heat, if the Heat did make that trade, the only player they could trade is Bam or Hero. Nobody else they would accept.
Yeah, they would
even
have to. They
close.
have to give up one of those.
Yeah.
At least one of those.
At
guys.
least one.
Possibly even another younger guy.
If I'm the Heat,
They don't have
I'm
anybody really young that's good though.
But like decent. Anybody like decent. Like Gabe Vincent. Like
extra. If I'm them,
Strus, yeah.
I'm throwing in Oladipo, Hero, and a couple picks.
I'm not gonna take Hero. I mean Oladipo.
Why not? Why would you not take
you also
Oladipo?
might have to because of like salary cap
Oh
purposes.
yeah,
you got to
you
think of
might
it like
have
that.
to. Yeah,
Because
that's true.
no,
they'll probably
Heroes
take-
probably
They'll
doesn't
probably
get.
take Leonard then,
Lillard gets a lot. Leonard.
because Leonard makes so much.
Miles Leonard. Oscar, he's too busy on going on live streams. He's not even on the.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
You fucking.
Don't say it.
I meant the other white guy.
Over here just to say it.
Duncan Robinson. That's who I meant.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, Duncan. Yeah,
Who
he could
makes
definitely.
fucking
Honestly, could be good for the
$60 million.
for the Blazers. Honestly.
I'm very happy of how he performed though with the Heat. Keep
Honestly,
him.
you could
Keep
throw
him.
you could get Duncan on there for some shoot. Like I don't know, this Blazers the Blazers got potential now. I really think they could do something if they
Yeah.
trade Lillard. I think if they keep Lillard though and try and like have like Scoot develop behind Lillard, like I don't think
Scoot's
that's
just
good.
gonna leave in a couple years.
Yeah, like that's not gonna work out because then once Lillard's gone, the Blazers will still not be amazing. Like they'll be okay, and they'll be this cycle of they'll always just be okay. Like
Yep.
they might make it to the playoffs, make it a decent run, but that's it. That's all they're gonna
Yeah,
do.
exactly.
Yeah, just get Lillard out of there. It's done. Blow it up like how Washington did because they had the same thing. Lillard, McCollum, Wall, Beal. Wall left. I guess you could say McCollum left. Beal tried it when Beal was good. I mean, Lillard's by far way better. But, I mean, their roster was constructed of the same shit. And it just didn't work out. And at that point, Washington blew it up. They got to blow it up, too.
That Washington team got close, closer than you
Yeah,
think.
close. Well,
They put up a good fight against LeBron.
the Trailblazers did get close. I mean, the closest they got was
They actually put up a good fight against LeBron in that series, and they really could have maybe done something. That team was, John Wall was lights out that year. He was good.
gang sign Wall.
Yeah, he was good.
All right, so let's get into the NFC North.
Yeah, I think it's
Shay,
time.
this is your favorite
The
division.
best division in football.
Yes.
I'm kidding. This is probably the worst division in football.
I want to say something on the NFC North. This division
Is the most overrated division. Let's start with that.
hold on. You could go from any team could be first place or last place.
Yeah, 100%.
Absolutely.
This is the most overrated division in football, by far. Because everyone's like, oh, this team got so much. The Lions got so much better. The Bears got so much better. They all have playoff potential. No. There's one thing that's certain. It's that the Packers won't be good this year. Because they have. But this division is a bad division.
Listen, I will say the Packers have the best constructed roster.
Like roster, yeah, the Packers roster still the Packers still can argue for a top 5 defense this year, and offensively their line's always going to be solid. They still have nobody to throw the ball.
Still got a great coach there.
Yeah, I don't know about great coach.
No, the floor.
He's a top 15 coach. So
Yeah, listen, he's not a bad coach.
Better than average.
You can't call him great. Yeah, he's like that next tier. He's not like one of those great, but he's a good coach. Like you could win a lot. You can win some games with him. Playoffs though, he definitely struggles. And play calling, he gets in like I've seen him in some struggles.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's like our coaches are twins. It's like they played in
like they
Washington. It's like they played in Washington.
It's like they run the same offense. All right, what team you want to start with here?
We'll start off with the Lions because they're the team that improved definitely the most.
They got a lot.
They got
lot.
a couple guys in the secondary.
Yeah, C.J. Gardner Johnson.
Yep. Didn't they?
They got rid of Jeff Okuda.
Yeah, they got off.
Didn't he
Okuda.
die?
What?
Who was the corner that died? Did he play? No, there was
I
a
don't know
corner
what
that died. He played in Detroit.
I have no idea what you're talking about. But a couple guys did get
Jeff
suspended.
Gladney.
Gladney.
A couple guys got suspended in Detroit, so they will not be on. Jameson
It's Jameson Williams. I still really like Jameson Williams. And obviously, he was hurt for most of last year. Showed some potential but now again gambling and stupid stuff, and now suspension.
Exactly. So he won't be playing. There's a couple other guys on the Lions won't be playing because they gambled.
I mean, you gotta think this Lions team is like, obviously they were what 9-8 last year. They went
9, 9-8, yeah, something like that.
Yeah, no, 9-8 because they all went. They all go 9-8. No, yeah, they went 9-8, but the Seahawks had the tiebreaker over them 9-8. But this is everyone's like team to win the division.
Yeah, I definitely think a lot of people are picking them.
A lot of people dropped off Minnesota, and a lot of people are on the Lions train that this team is going to be good this year.
Yeah.
Jared Goff's their quarterback. Had a good year last year.
I think he's gonna
had a promising year last year.
Yeah.
How is he going to be this year? I think he takes a bit of a step back. I don't think he has a year like he had last year.
I think that's for every quarterback, like Daniel Jones, Geno,
a lot
and Jared
of quarterbacks
Goff.
have that one. Yeah,
step back.
they're gonna have that good. They have that good year, and then they kind of take that step back.
Then it's like a cycle.
Because there's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure on this Lions team this year. I feel like there's a lot of people think they're going to be good, and I think Jared Goff isn't the best quarterback that we all think. So, yeah, their backfield's gone. They got a whole new backfield.
Yeah.
They got with They brought in David Montgomery. Got rid of
Swift.
They got rid of Swift and they got rid of Jamal Williams.
Jamal Williams.
I don't know why, and they brought in Montgomery. That's just odd. To me.
Williams is in New Orleans, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was just odd to me to do
Made no
that.
sense.
Then they drafted the dude from Bama
Yeah.
in the first rounds.
Mm-hmm.
Again, very odd what they did.
And then,
However, their first rounds of the draft was bad.
yeah, I thought it was terrible.
But they got why can't I think of the running backs from Bama and the linebacker they got?
Yeah.
However, their second round was pretty solid. They got Brian Branch, safety or corner, the D-back out of Bama, and they got
very good player.
They got a tight end too. Solid tight ends. So
Which I need. They
yeah.
need a tight end to Phil Hawkinson after they traded him.
They got a good receiver, arguably a top 10 receiver in the league, and Amon-Ra St. Brown. Dude's very good. Offensive line is a top 5 offensive line in the league. This line is very good.
Yeah.
I mean, he's probably the second best center. Actually, I don't know. Third best center maybe in the league behind Kelsey and Creed Humphrey.
Yeah.
But Frank Ragnall's very good.
Yep.
They got Sewell, who's very, very good tackle.
Mm-hmm.
No,
this defense though I know their defense improved in the back half with.
But
some
this
of the
defense
additions.
was Swiss cheese last year.
I mean, yeah.
They were letting up 35 plus points a game. They got Aiden Hutchinson last year, solid pass rusher.
So we'll see what happens with this line.
Here's the thing, they got a psychotic coach who's just like the guy's unbelievable. Dan Campbell, the dude's like will do anything to win.
Exactly, bite kneecaps.
Out here, he's crying. Yeah, bite kneecaps. He's out here crying like crazy, like after like heartbreaking losses. So this is like the new the new Cleveland Browns. I feel like is the Lions this year. Like you're not gonna have anyone who's not rooting for them, besides people who are fans like me of NFC North teams who just don't want them to be good.
Exactly.
But even I still would hate the Bears and the Vikings more than I hate the Lions. Because everyone wants the Lions to be good, and they have potential after a year they had last year. It's so promising for them. But I could really see them not. I could really see it being like, oh, this is the chance for them, and they really just disappoint this year.
Yeah. Let's go into Minnesota here, who lost a couple guys. Had an amazing start to the season last year. In the second half, they fall.
They had a good year last year. They had a good year. They went 13-4 last year.
You went 13-4 to then losing the first round to the Giants at home.
Because they had a negative point differential and they were 13-4. Every single there was 12 out of 13 of their wins, or besides one win was double. It was one score games,
single score game. Yeah.
And then there was 2 games. They got blown out by the Cowboys once, 40-3.
Mm-hmm.
The Packers blew them out 38 or 41 to 10 maybe.
Yeah.
So, and it showed that this team really wasn't that good in the first round when they lost to a okay Giants team that they lost to.
Yeah.
So, listen, they have the best receiver in the league.
Absolutely.
They have a solid slot receiver in KJ Osborne. They lost Adam Thielen, but they are replacing him with Jordan Addison. They lost Dalvin Cook, but they got Alexander Madison, so it's really not – I don't think it's that much of a difference there. No. Kirk Cousins is their quarterback, so you're going to just get mid from him like always.
Yeah.
He wins the games he needs to. He wins those bad games, but he's terrible in those prime time and games he needs to win.
Exactly.
Defensively, this team is not – defensively, they were not too good secondary-wise last year. They were kind of banged. They were, not too good.
I mean, didn't they have Pat Pete out there?
Pat Pete was bad. Oh, he was bad.
Yeah. Zadarius Smith was hurt last year, but now he's gone. Doesn't really matter for that.
Exactly.
And he in Cleveland.
Yeah, I don't really know how this Vikings team is going to, it's not, I feel like it's not too much of a different team from last year.
Oh, they also lost Dalvin Tomlinson. That's a big piece.
From the inside, yeah. Okay.
He good. He a good player. Listen, this Viking team is going to have to rely on their offense to score them a lot of points because I don't think their defense will be able to hold up to 20 points per game. I think teams are going to they're the same case in the Lions. I think their defense is terrible, and I think their offense with Kirk Cousins and Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, listen, they have Justin Jefferson, and however, this is an easy stop. The Packers kind of figured it out this year. You get someone to cover Justin Jefferson. it takes the offense so totally away.
Of course.
It's so. I mean,
Especially now with no Dalvin
This is
Cook.
back to like the Packers with Devontae Adams, and you really took Devontae Adams away, and they had nothing else. Like, what would they do? This is like similar. Take Justin Jefferson away, and this offense really struggles.
I mean, they
Wait,
do.
What happened after the Devontae Adams season where he destroyed everybody? What really happened to him? Wait, no, he went to Oakland, right?
Yeah.
Well, no, he played another year.
That's all, okay.
Yeah.
I figured.
And teams obviously like the Saints like figured out literally week 1 they just double teamed him, and the Packers lost 38-3. So
Yeah, but Packers always suck in like the first.
true, but still, like
games.
teams started to slowly like teams figured out like, all right, we got to start the good teams like the Niners and those good like that. All right, we got to take this guy away, play him man to man, safety up over top. Don't give him one-on-one opportunities where he could get the ball. You got to make it hard for him. Make anyone else beat you. That's what these people have to do. This Vikings team, and they could definitely
Or get to
struggle.
Kirk Cousins early enough so
Yeah,
Justin
it gets a
Jefferson
sense of pressure.
doesn't have enough time.
Still, yeah.
Um,
Make Kirk Cousins make those great throws to win.
Yeah.
Which he does sometimes. He makes some good throws, but then he makes some really bad throws.
Yeah. He makes some bad decisions sometimes.
Yeah.
I think he's a good thrower of the football, just makes
Yeah.
some horrible decisions.
He like gets nervous in the
Yeah.
pocket sometimes, and you would think he wouldn't because it's like he's been in the league now for like 10+ years. He still gets a little shaky and makes some bad decisions.
Yeah. Let's go to the Chicago. Here, I think Chicago.
Chi-town.
I think this you guys could say, I don't know.
Okay, so let's start with the most questionable player here, Justin Fields.
Yeah.
Running ability, we cannot doubt that he's going to destroy
to
you.
me, honestly, the most overrated player in the league right now. After what people are saying about this guy, how he's a top.
I mean,
is he a top 10 quarterback?
No.
Exactly. Why are people saying he's easily a top 10
top
quarterback?
15, top 20.
No, he's
Is
not
he
even top 15.
15? No.
He's 20 for me.
Look at his numbers last year. 75 passing yards, 105 passing yards, 80. This guy is not a good thrower of the football at all. I give Lamar crap for being bad at throwing the ball. Lamar makes this guy look... Justin Fields makes Lamar look like a superstar when he throws the ball. That's how bad Justin Fields is throwing the ball. He's inaccurate, poor decisions. He's got good legs. You're not going to win many games with a quarterback that's got great legs. You can win some games.
Jalen Hurts did it, but he also had
But Jalen Hurts can throw the ball. He has a good
Remember
arm.
the season before that, Shay, of Jalen Hurts? He was a strictly... That man was in at halfback, and you would just flip him the ball, and he'd just run.
Yeah,
But then,
and look how that went for them.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's kind
Carson
of,
Wentz flipping the ball to Jalen Hurts.
and that's also with the Eagles having a good team around them. This Bears team is nothing special
You're right.
at all.
This defense is the worst in the league.
This defense is bad. This offensive line is very bad. Darnell Wright getting drafted is not going to fix
Yeah, that was
this.
Darnell wrong.
Well, no, listen, it was a good pick. They need a tackle. That's not going to fix this team, though.
That's a good one.
Receivers, who do they have?
I honestly don't
They
know.
got DJ Moore,
They picked up DJ Moore.
arguably the most overrated receiver in the league. For they saying this guy's like a top 10 like talent, and he's never been like
the top 10 talent.
he averages like 800 like yards a season. Like this guy's
Oh, yeah.
This Bears team to me, honestly, I will get to record predictions, but this is the most overrated team in the league. They have the most overrated quarterback.
We don't even know how good their fucking coach is.
Exactly. who's running the ball for them this year?
It can't be Fields because he'll go down.
It's
and
Fields.
he'll come
Yeah,
back
no,
up.
that's another thing.
It's Khalil Herbert.
Khalil Herbert, and they got someone else too.
I forgot who the other kid is.
Because they were talking about in fantasy.
Yeah.
These undrafted backs are not going to be. They're not going to be good for you.
I don't know, man. I throw anybody at running back. I feel like they're good if you have the
Well, you
right
have to
scheme
at
and the
this
right
point.
Who
offensive
is their
line.
other running? Now I'm like pissed because I literally saw something on this the other day. Because it was like people were like, "Oh, you got to draft Khalil Herbert. He's gonna have a great year in fantasy." And they're like, "No, there's just literally another guy in the team."
The Bears' offensive line's also terrible. Like,
Yeah, it's.
I think a
too
lot
many
of
holes
people.
to
You got to remember this team. How many wins did they have last year?
Not many.
3.
3.
One of them was the Niners, week 1. Remember that?
Oh, they got Dante Foreman. That's who they got
Yeah, okay.
from Carolina.
He is a big dude.
He's big, but I don't think he's anything spectacular. He's not going to do anything with this offensive line, really.
No.
And
I do like him, though. I do
Justin
like him.
Fields can't carry the ball 15 times a game, or he's going to get hurt. That's just kind of.
Yeah, but we also have to figure out how many rushes their running backs got. They had like 8, 6, 4 touches compared to Justin Fields, where he has like 12 rushing
Yeah, no.
attempts.
Listen, it's just they
The
want
ratio there was terrible.
they want to run the ball, because they really can't. They never have it. They had no. I mean, this was last year. Besides the Packers, this is like this. The Bears might have been the worst receiving core in the league, and then the Packers are right next to them. But
With the Giants.
with the Giants, yeah.
Ravens too.
Yeah, that's like the bottom 4 with the teams.
They're bad.
Some of those teams helped. Obviously, got a little better. The Bears got better. The Giants got better. The Ravens got better. The Packers did not at all. So.
Giants didn't get much better. We got Paris Campbell.
And they got they drafted the guy too.
Kenny Galladay.
No, they got the.
We drafted
Hyatt.
Yeah, Hyatt. But Hyatt's not. I don't think Hyatt's
They
starting.
have Hodgins.
That's true.
Who's gonna have a good year?
That's true.
That's everyone's sleeper in fantasy this year.
But listen, I think Chicago lot rides on Justin Fields' shoulders. Too much.
Listen, I might be biased and I'm a Packer fan, but this is the worst team in the division to me, this Bears team, still.
All right.
Because it's the worst roster, easily.
Yeah,
Green Bay.
I think I do think Green Bay is
Great
the
football
best here.
team. Just kidding. We have Jordan Love playing quarterback. Not more needs to be said.
I do think
It's not the fact that we have Jordan Love playing quarterback.
Green Bay is the best team in this division still.
Roster-wise? Or you just
Roster?
think team?
I
saying
think I
team,
do.
or
I
you
do
Do you
think
think do you think
they're gonna come out on this
on
division
paper,
number one.
they're gonna win the division?
They're gonna win the division. Yes.
Listen. I guess you think of it like this. This is like this Packers might be just the biggest question mark this year because Jordan Love's their quarterback.
Yeah.
This is a
If
piss
Jordan Love
Packers team too.
if Jordan Love is good, this team could be solid. This team is a solid team.
And this
Because
team has nothing
Rodgers
to lose.
was okay last year. He didn't have his best year last year. Team went 8-9. Rodgers was okay. With Jordan Love, like if he has could perform at least what Rodgers did last year, I mean this team can win the division definitely. Because the Packers lost some games last year so close that they should not have lost, like stupid games. But defensively, this team was top 10 defense last year, I would say. Like this team has potential to be a top 5 defense, what they have. They have arguably the best corner in the league. He's probably top 3.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Jair Alexander. Secondary-wise, you got Eric Stokes coming back. He's a good corner. The Rasul Douglas is a solid corner. Best return man in the league, Keyshawn Nixon. Guy's a dog.
Also got Kenny Clark in the middle.
Kenny Clark didn't have the best year last year.
Rashawn
It was
Gary.
okay. You got Rashawn Gary coming back. Fine, thank God, because he's a very good pass rusher when he plays. Linebackers, you have Devondre Campbell, arguably one of the best interior linebackers. Quay Walker was one of the tackle leaders last
He's
year.
good, yeah.
This defense is solid, very solid.
Who are they drafting into?
Luke.
The Iowa kid, Luke Van
Van,
Ness.
Van
Who
Ness.
has
Yes, okay.
he's a very big kid, potential to be a solid edge rusher for them. Still got Preston Smith in there as your veteran guy. I really like this Packers defense.
And you
a
can't
lot.
doubt them out with scoring because I mean I don't think Jordan.
They have
Love
the
is
best.
going to be
Listen,
terrible.
they still have the best. They
yeah.
have the best running back duo in the league, I would say, in Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon.
Yeah, they're good.
Their line is honestly solid. It's always solid. The Packers always have
It's
a solid
solid, but
line.
it's starting to get to the point where it's getting a little old.
Well, you got Bakhtiari, who's getting to
Yeah.
the end of his career, and who knows what's going to happen with him. I honestly wouldn't be mad if they dumped him middle of the year to a team that's contending and needs a solid tackle to get some draft picks for him. But this line always performs decent, no matter what they have. And still got Elton Jenkins, signed him to a big extension. He's when he actually plays guard, he's one of the best guards in the league.
This wide receiver room is
The worst in the league. That's the problem. You have
outside of Christian Watson.
You have Christian Watson, who is, showed signs that he could be solid. He's
deep threat speed.
6'4", runs a 4.3, and showed that he could be a solid receiver. Romeo Dawes was banged up last year. He's not. It doesn't show that he's terrible, but when you compare him, as he's a number 2 compared to other guys,
It's fucking bad. It's fucking bad.
yeah.
They got rid of Cobb. They got rid of Lazard.
Got rid of Cobb, Lazard, yeah.
So those are 2 guys that were starters last year for you guys and gone now. But
And I know Packers drafted a tight end, right?
Yeah. Not the right one.
Yeah, not the good one
They
though.
got Luke Musgrave instead of getting Darnell Washington.
I'm not craving that.
Instead of getting Darnell Washington, they got Luke Musgrave.
all right, Max, let's get into it. What do you got number 4?
Number 4. This one's tough. I think I just have to go to Minnesota because I have a feeling you're just gonna blow everything up.
Wow.
Okay.
From
No,
first
wait.
to worst.
From first to worst.
This team was 13-4 last year.
And yeah, now
And
they're
they
gonna go
were last?
4-13.
Wow. Listen, I have a team going 4-13, but it's the Chicago Bears, and
Oh,
because
don't worry. It's very
they're
close.
bad because
They're 5-12 for me.
This people say this team is this team can be really good. This is the most overrated team in the league. Justin Fields is not that good of a quarterback. They're gonna figure it out this year. This team's gonna struggle again. This team will go 4-13. 1 win better than last year, maybe. 5 wins, maybe, but no. This is the worst team in the NFC North. they'll be picking probably top 5 again.
Bears in my number 4 team. Listen, I think Justin Fields gonna have to do a lot of carrying for this team. Don't know how much he can do, and this defense is terrible. I mean, they got worse. Again, they lost players early in the season, trading Roquan Smith last year.
Retarded.
The Bears.
The Bears are the Bears.
Yeah, they're the fucking Bears. They're going to be a 5-win team, I think, this year.
I also have them a 5-win team, but here's the thing. Wait, what's your record?
He's 5-12.
I have them 5-12, but I do see Jalen, what's his name? Justin Fields winning them 2 games in the beginning of the season, then he goes down.
He gets hurt, so
he doesn't get back up. And then I just have a washed-up quarterback who's going to win them 1 game, lose the next 3, win another game, lose the next 4, win a game. Something like that.
I think the Packers will finish 3rd in the division.
What the fuck?
Really?
Because they have a first-year full starting quarterback who is not very good, and he's throwing to literal trash cans. No. But you give arguably, I mean, one of the worst quarterbacks in the league on paper. Obviously, I guess we can't really see what he's done. From what I've seen, he's not very good. So what do? You make him throw to the worst receiving core in the league. That's just not good offense. Teams will stack the box and make him try and throw the ball to win. And they'll win some games because they can run the ball well and they have a good defense. That's why they'll be a 7-win team. I'll give them 7 wins because it's generous, but 6 or 7-win team. Bears are 4 or 5. They're next at 6 or 7. They'll win some games because they can run the ball. They got a solid coach and they got a good defense. But Jordan Love will not get them anywhere this year. But this team, honestly, I still like the Packers' future. I actually do like the future of this team.
I don't even know where to go here because I feel like every team could come in 3rd place.
Yeah, that's hard.
I honestly agree with that with first, second. To me, the Bears are clear last.
Yeah.
They're going last. But the other 3, I think I always think it's honestly closer than we think.
I really didn't come in here with too much predictions, obviously. So, number 3, you said Packers.
He said the Bears.
You said the Bears. You know, fuck it. Give me the Lions.
Lions?
Give me the Lions. Listen, you have to understand.
This is just so weird.
It's a bad division. This is like the NFC East a couple years ago.
They're competing for who's worse.
They're scrapping to see who can get 10 wins to win that division, just barely.
Yeah, listen, I think the Lions are good. And I think they got a lot of talent. But, you know, when you're also getting rid of the 2 running backs I thought did a great job for you guys last year. You shipped them away.
They got a touchdown leader in Jamal Williams.
Yeah, they got the guy who tied Barry Sanders' touchdown record.
Yeah.
And DeAndre Swift, who was a good 3rd down back when he played, was hurt. And they're like, you know what? Let's just get him out.
Then you also have 1 receiver in Amon-Ra St. Brown. You have a good offensive line, but your defense was horrible last year. You were the worst defense in the league. You have to improve on that. But your offense didn't get much better. You got rid of T.J. Hawkinson. So
I forgot the Vikings have him. He was good.
What's your call?
Got a lot of targets.
Is Jared Goff going to move the needle enough to be better than Kirk Cousins? I don't know. Yeah. But they're a 7-win team, I think, to me.
This team, this could be like this division, quarterback-wise, can all finish like these guys can be like 16, 17, 18, 19 in like the rankings of like quarterbacks at the end of the year.
Absolutely.
They're all just like, they could all just be mid. I mean, you know, Goff is like mid.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins is mid. Fields is probably mid.
Yeah.
Because he could run the ball. And then Jordan Love could just be mid.
All right, Max, number 2.
Number 2, I'm giving it to Detroit. I have them going 7-10.
Green Bay wins the division.
We win the division.
I said that. I feel like Detroit is gonna have. It's gonna be a down year for St. Brown. Golf is going to have a worse season than last year. Only 2 less wins than last year. It's going to be a line season of just straight.
They went 9-8 last year.
Yeah, so 2 wins less. It's just going to be a line season. They'll have their fun because they have a fun coach. You will see funny videos of locker room wins, but that's it. Because who's running the ball? Who's playing defense? And that's why Green Bay is going to stunt on this division still.
Shay?
The Lions will be second in this division. Again, very overhyped team. they're putting themselves at 8 or 9 wins. I'm like in the Bears at 4 or 5, Packers with 6 or 7, Lions are 8 and 9, or in the 8-9 win range to get them second place. Because like I said, I don't think Jared Goff will perform like he did last year. This roster got slightly better defensively, but Jared Goff I think is going to take a step down. I think it's going to kind of balance itself out, so they'll be in a similar spot to where they were last year.
Yeah. And I got Green Bay at number 2. I think Green Bay has a good enough roster to win you 8 games. And like that's saying a lot because I think their roster is a top. You take the quarterback out of their roster, you take this is a top 10 roster in the NFL.
You took the quarterback?
You take the quarterback out of the roster, top 10 roster in the NFL.
This team all around, everywhere besides
Receiving.
the receiving and tight end position, receiving, tight end, and quarterback, your weapons to throw the ball to is bad. Everything else is good.
Yeah, everything else is great. That's
this team is good everywhere else. I mean, that's the problem. The problem is that's why I really wanted Rodgers for that one more year because like Rodgers and they got him a receiver, they got him a weapon. Like this team could have been one of the best rosters in the league.
Here's the thing: their weapons aren't too much worse than the Lions right now.
But the Lions have that number. Listen, the Lions have that number 1 go-to guy at least. The Bears at least have that solid number 1 guy. He's not anything special, but he's better than Christian Watson and Romeo Doubs.
Yeah, but your 2 running backs are the best 2.
True. You can run the ball, and that's why they're going to win games.
Exactly. You're going to run the ball, play great defense, and that's why they're going to win.
The season comes out to
8-7 games.
Season comes out to Jordan Love. That's really what it is. He's the biggest question mark probably in the league this year. How is he going to perform? He'll determine how good this Packer team is. That's all it is.
So number 1, Max.
Green Bay. Now, here's the thing with Green Bay. They have nothing to lose right now, to be honest. I don't even think they give a shit of how well they do because this is a test run year. And in that test run year, they're going to win 9 games. Their defense is going to play outstanding. It's going to be like that Niners season after the Super Bowl where their defense pretty much carried every single game after the loss to Kansas City. I do feel like here's the thing. I think Jordan Love is going to take a leap. I don't think he's going to be amazing. He's not going to be great, but he's going to be good enough to get you wins, which is why he's going to be talked about. Same with Christian Watson. I think he's going to be a deep threat. I think he's going to have 1,000 yards in the season. I also think their run game is going to be very strong, and that's going to carry them. And I feel like they have a good coach to figure out what their plan is for each game, and that's why they're going to win 9 games.
I really like what you said. I think this is a big make or break year for Matt LaFleur. I think this is every other year. Play calling hasn't been too much of an issue because he's got Aaron Rodgers playing quarterback.
He has to make the play calls.
It's on him now. He's got to make good play calls. If they're winning games, it's going to be because of him.
Before he's proven that he can make good play calls. But he knows what he's doing.
But he's also made. I've seen him in big games make had some bad decisions.
But that's the thing. He's got nothing to lose, so he's not going to put that big game in his mind.
But I don't want people to be like, oh, this is the Packers, like Jordan Love. This is a tank year for them. No, they're contending this year. They believe Jordan Love's their guy, and they want to be as good as they can. There's no tank years. We're going to be the best team we could possibly be, and we're just going to continue to do that. They're not going to go out and make insane trades to get their team better because that's not, or get free agents to come to them because they never do that. Besides getting this Preston and Zadarius Smith a couple years ago, they don't go after free agents. It's just not their thing, and they don't make trades to get their team better. It's just not the Packers' way. But yeah, no, I like what you said with Matt LaFleur, and this is a big year for him. I think Minnesota will win this division again, because his division isn't very good, and they have a very good offense, very good weapons. I think they'll go 10-7 and win the division. Like they can win the division going 9-8. I wouldn't be surprised. Like this might be a division that not get 10 wins and win. But yeah, I think this Minnesota team is still the best.
Yeah, I mean, I have the same exact thing. Minnesota is the best team in this division. Listen, I like their weapons. I love T.J. Hawkinson. Alexander Madison, I think, is going to do the same exact thing Dalvin Cook did.
Easily.
Literally, boop, not going to see a difference. You also have Justin fucking Jefferson. No other team has him. Yeah. They have Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson's going to be that.
Jefferson's getting 15 targets a game. Hawkinson's getting 15 targets a game. You got that.
By the way, the reason why I have them going last is because I just predict the downfall on these people that they're going to get injured.
Okay. Listen, I don't disagree. Listen.
It's the if factor, though. But to be honest, I don't even think they beat Green Bay if all these guys stay healthy.
I don't know.
Minnesota.
I mean, their defense.
Minnesota.
Their defense is worse.
Yeah, they went 13-4 last year.
Lost to New York.
Listen, if you split I think there was like 10. You say you split those games. That's 9. It's 8 wins you have. If you lose those.
What's it? 11 games they were within like 3 or 7 points.
It was like 11. Yeah, that it was 1-score games.
Okay, so say you win 7 now.
Like the Indianapolis game, 35. You should have won that fucking game. Indy should have won that game.
Yeah, no. Listen, I'm not. There's nothing, but they also you got to think they had 13 wins.
They had 13 wins.
They might have been 1-score games, and we knew they weren't they were an okay team, and that's why they lost to the Giants. But they were still good enough to pull those games out and make it to the playoffs with 13 wins or whatever.
They found ways to win games.
That's the thing. They found ways to win, and that's what got them. And they could do it again. They could find ways to win.
Mm-hmm.
This division isn't great. They can win. They can go 4-2 in this division in games.
Absolutely.
Yeah. No. This.
I mean, you get 4 wins in division. You got to find 5 wins somewhere else.
Yeah.
5 to 6
nine wins
wins
can win this division, I think. So.
Yeah.
And they got. Listen, I give Kirk Cousins a lot of crap because I don't think he's a very good quarterback. But there is some games he plays well.
Yeah.
Those 1:00 games on Sunday, he plays well.
Nobody watches him against Carolina.
Yeah,
he'll
have that 350-yard, 4 touchdown game where it's like, oh, Kirk Cousins had a good week. Like
exactly.
He does it a couple times a year, and that's why I think it's the Vikings division again.
Anything else, guys?
That's how many. But we've done like every division besides what we have.
We got
NFC,
2 left.
NFC West and the South.
Yeah, West and the South.
Wow. I mean, I lied. Actually, this isn't the worst division.
No, it isn't the worst.
The South is the worst.
South is really bad.
Yeah.
Right.
Someone might win that division with 7 wins.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for listening.
They're not.
What's the ties and losses?
Yeah. And the Tampa Bay goes 5-9-4 and wins the.
That's good. All right, guys. We'll see you guys next time. Talk.